Today we'll be showing you how to set up the MoFi UltraDeck Turntable. If you get everything out in advance and unpacked, it's really going to be a pretty simple setup. The first step is to prepare where your turntable will be positioned. If you have large speakers, you don't want to put it close to those or else you'll get acoustic feedback. So try to isolate it from your speakers, and you want it on a nice level, even surface. You'll also want to have your turntable close to your amp or phono stage because phono cables are only about 5 feet long as it's a very low level signal. We find it easier to go ahead and make the audio connections before you start to assemble the turntable. So we're going to connect the ground wire from the phono cable right here on the back under this little post, and then just firmly insert the left and right audio connectors into the back. The other end of this will go into your phono preamp or receiver with a phono stage built in. Next, we'll connect the power cord. It's a standard IEC connection, just plugs in. One tip, keep the phono cables away from the power cord or you'll get hum. Next, we're going to position the platter on the inner bearing. We've removed all of the protective coverings, and you want to be careful to center this up, so it's a good idea to kind of put it in an angle and bend down and look at it from the side as you're putting it on. Just center it up and drop it down. Now on the UltraDeck, it's got a great bearing, and the first time you do this, the platter is not going to go all the way down immediately. It'll take just a few seconds to settle normally. The next step is to install the belt. It's a good idea to wash your hands before you do this so that the belt doesn't get any oils from your fingers on it. Take it and put it around the outer side of the platter, and it just goes right on the top spindle right here. This is for 33, the bottom is for 45. Now that we've got the weight of the platter on, we want to make sure the turntable is level. So get a carpenter's level, or in this case we've got a bubble level. The feet adjust. The outer part of the foot will turn, so you can turn this in and out to get it level, and it's perfect. So just make sure everything's level and we're ready to go to the next step. Installing the anti-skate counterweight is a little tedious, but just take your time, it's pretty straightforward. The manual tells you to install the tracking force counterweight first, but we feel like it's easier to do this if the counterweight's not on. So we're going to take off this piece of paper here that talks about the tracking force, and underneath the arm you'll see this little silver post with notches in it. Now your anti-skate mechanism has a tiny little rubber washer on the end, and the idea is we've got to get that onto this post. So we want to put that onto the post. There we go. And there's notches on the post. Where you put it depends upon the cartridge you have. We have the Master Tracker cartridge, which goes in notch 3 when you count out from the tone arm. If you've got the Studio Tracker, it goes in notch 2, but our guide tells you where to put it for what type of cartridge. Then just hook it over this mechanism here and you're all set. Next, we're going to install the counterweight. Now this at first may seem a little tricky, but everything's mapped out on the table to get you to the right point for the cartridge that came pre-mounted on your table. If you got your table with a MoFi cartridge, it's going to come with a little piece of white tape on the back of the tone arm. And the idea is to get the counterweight just lined up to the very end of that tape next to the weight. So just screw it on and turn it until it touches it. That's it right there. Our tracking force is set appropriately. If you didn't get a MoFi cartridge, you'll need to use a stylus pressure gauge to set your tracking force. The next step is to remove the stylus guard. It just comes straight down. Now we're going to install the dust cover. We actually found this table sounds better when you're listening to it with the dust cover off. But for protection, it's a good idea to put it on when you're not using it. It just goes into these little slots in the back, and that's it. If you have any trouble setting up your turntable at all, please give us a call or reach out to us through chat on our website. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. On our channel, we review amazing technology from around the world. Thanks for watching.